So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Stand Up Speakeasy. This is a storytelling edition, but Rika and I have done stand up together, so she'll always be a comedian to me, even when I'm retiring in October. So, we're going to be former comedians soon, but I don't know how that all works.
Well,
So,
apparently
Rika,
you're
how are
never.
you?
I'm good. I was just going to say, apparently you're never a former comedian because I thought I was a former comedian, and here I am doing another show. So it always
Yeah,
sneaks back in somehow.
indeed. Well, you're telling a scary story this time around, so it's not going to be too
Yes, yes,
bad.
a little different, but we got to bring in some laughs occasionally.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to hear your story, but you don't have to tell it now because everyone's like, keep it under wraps like a mummy, and then tell your scary. Are you excited to be back
I
on stage?
I am. I am. I'm really excited. It's been a while, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. I've been telling some of my coworkers about it, so maybe we'll see if they come and see me in my element.
Ooh, that'd be so neat. Can't wait. Did you tell your students?
No, I did not tell the students. They cannot see me out in the wild.
Why not?
Nope. I have an image as Professor Grumman to uphold, and that is not the same image as Rika.
That is so true. I've seen your wild nights at the Nog
Exactly.
and at Harry's and so on and so on. But we won't say nothing.
Hmm. Under wraps,
Yeah,
under wraps.
under wraps like a mummy. So yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, I every once in a while I run into our mutual friend Gabriel in Deland.
Oh yes.
You
Mhm.
still talk to him?
Oh, all the time. He'll never get rid of me.
That's good. He is such a joy. He. I thought he was like a conservative, like laid back and chill, like at the nod. But then when you hang out with
Mm.
him, he's so totally 180.
Yes, lots of personality, a little bit of a wild child like me.
Oh, that's for sure. I love it though. I mean, we're all a little bit wild, aren't we?
You have to be in
Yeah.
Daytona, right?
Oh yeah. I brought my dirty stuff over in St. Augustine, and like the bartender was like, "I'm not even gonna charge you. You don't even have to tip me. You're just too dirty." And so he just stole up my money. I was like, "Okay, yeah, you can take me out of Daytona, but you can't take the Daytona out of me." You know,
Nope.
not at all. So, like, is this your first time telling a story on stage, or how many times have you told stories?
Um, I well, I'm a writer, so I tell stories all the
Mhm.
time. I think in this format, it will be my first time. I've done like small group readings, um,
Mhm.
and like shared pieces of my work, but nothing quite like this before. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah. I tend to like I attend storytelling events because I'm like perfectly centered, like in from Orlando, Daytona, and Jacksonville, and it's like the one in Jacksonville you have to pay like $16 or something to tell a story,
Mhm.
but then if you win you get a prize at the end.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and then the one in Orlando is like well that one's called like the Story Slam or something. So it's kind of like the Moth and like like all NPR and stuff like that,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
Risk. And then the one in Orlando, it's called Orlando Story Club, and you pay $5, and then like the top three people get prizes, and they actually give you scores instead of like by audience applause.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
then
that's
the one
really
in the land is just like a circle, and you just tell stories like a campfire. It's pretty
that
interesting,
sounds fun.
indeed. Yeah, I went there once, and then I was like they're much older folks, like they're in their 50s and 60s. And then when they're like their political views comes in, I'm like, okay, this is the first and last time I'm coming.
I mean, that's a great setup for a horror story there.
Oh, for sure. Oh man, have you ever seen that movie Red State?
No, I haven't. I'll have to look it
Oh,
up.
it's a Kevin Smith movie, and I highly recommend it. It's
Mhm.
so whew. Kevin Smith knows how to tell a story.
Okay, I'm good. I just looked it up. I'm gonna add it to my list of movies to watch, which
Hmm.
is ever growing, um, and never shortening. But I'll get to it.
Oh, indeed. I usually watch my movies on Hoopla Digital, or like I
Oh
think in like
yeah. Mhm.
in like Daytona I think has Canopy, but like you just put in your library card and you can check out like 5 movies or comic books or whatever a month,
Mhm.
and they don't even charge you, and there's no commercials, so it's fantastic.
That's awesome. I
I'm
use
not gonna.
my Hoopla to watch Pokemon the first movie on repeat with my son. Um, so I'm familiar with the with the platform. Um, I just I'll have to start using it for myself too. Apparently.
Oh yeah, you find so much in like so many good gems. Like another good one that you should show your kids is called Night of the Zoopocalypse.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
I know.
Maybe.
It's a Clive Barker like he was involved with it, and it's
Oh.
like we're like
Uh-huh. It looks cute and not terrifying,
it
so
re-
that works.
it it really is. It's so cute. I thought it was. It's like on a limited run into the theaters. I'm like I gotta go see this, so it was definitely
Mhm.
worth a watch. Yep. So you're a teacher. Um, at Tell me all about that. How did that happen?
So when I um went to college, I was a student at Bethune Cookman. I had grown up at Bethune Cookman. My dad worked there for years and years, pretty much my whole life. And so I actually did not want to go to Cookman at first. Um, and he convinced me partially because he was like, you don't have to pay tuition. And I was like, nice. So I ended up there. And when I was there as a student, I just loved it so much. I loved the um, quality of the education I got. I loved that it was a smaller school, smaller campus. Um, and so it was like my biggest classes had maybe 10 people in them. So I got a lot of one on one time with my professors. And I felt like I really learned a lot about myself as a person there too. And so I had decided, okay, I knew I wanted to be a college professor. And I was like, well, when I get my graduate degree, I want to come back and work at Cookman. Um, and so when I graduated, I worked in various fields. I worked in hospitality at theme parks. I worked in retail management. I taught high school for a while. And then finally, I was like, I want to go back to school. Like, I don't want to teach high school, I want to teach college. So I went back to school. I got my MFA in a year and a half with 2 newborns and a toddler, which was crazy. I don't know how I did that. And when I graduated, I just looked on the website to see, like, oh, hey, I wonder if they're hiring. And they had an English position open. So I applied. And then I remembered that I had a connection. One of my former professors, when I was an English student there, um, was now the dean. And so I sent her an email and I was like, hey, just a heads up, I applied for an English position. If you come across my application, let me know what you think. Um, and so then I got a call a couple days later and was brought on, which was really exciting because it was like a full circle moment of like, now I get to come back and teach at the place where I learned. And some of my old professors, when I was a student there, are now my coworkers, and they remembered me from my time as a student. And so it's really cool being able to like learn from them still and work with them and get to know them as people. Because when they were my professors, I was like, oh. But now I'm like, oh. Um, so yeah, it was just a really cool kind of timing thing where they just so happened to have a spot available when I was looking for something, and I got really lucky. I don't want to say lucky because I was also very highly qualified for the position. But the timing was really worked out well.
Awesome. I'm so happy. Like your heart is happy, and
Mhm.
you're you're surrounded by great coworkers and students. And
Mhm.
I remember I used to work at Jaws, and we're Facebook friends, and it would just pop up.
Yes. To this day, I still say that as much as I love my job now, Jaws was the best job I've ever had. And if Universal called me tomorrow and was like, Rika, we're reopening the Jaws ride. Any former skippers get first dibs. I'm leaving. I'm leaving and I'm going back. I will shoot the shark for the rest of my life and be perfectly happy if I had that chance.
Wow. I hear some really great things about Universal, so um, I'm hoping and praying that I get to go to Hollywood Horror Nights. I've never been.
Oh, yes. Hmm.
Yep. So I'll see if we can pull that because I'm going on tour and Orlando is one of our stops, and then we
Yeah,
end at Sareth Fest, so it's gonna be fun.
nice. That sounds exciting. I've been seeing some of your posts about the tour and it looks really cool. But definitely check out Horror Nights if you get the chance.
Oh,
It's
for
a good
sure. I
time.
want to go to that Terrifier house so bad. Looks like fun.
That doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me about you at all.
Not at all. Yep. I love me some good horror stuff, but hmm and wow. So how long have you been a teacher or a professor?
uh, this is my this will be my third year. So I started fall of 2023 at Cookman, and so now going into year three.
Wow. And
Hmm.
they have really good restaurants in the area too.
Oh
So
my
what are your
gosh.
favorite restaurants?
Bethune Grill, of course.
Uh-huh.
Um, there's right down the street is Crab Stop. They have, and I surprisingly get wings from Crab Stop because they have like a really good wing special with a drink and fries and five
Oh,
wings. Our on campus dining is actually surprisingly good. Um, on Wednesdays, they have fried chicken Wednesdays, and
mm,
I'll be in the caf fighting the students to get my fried chicken on Wednesday because it's so good. But we also have a hospitality program that will occasionally do themed meals. Um, and so they'll send out emails and it's like, oh, come to get. I think they did like a New Orleans themed one in the spring around Mardi Gras time. So it was like a week and they had different Mardi Gras themed dishes and you could go and pay a couple bucks and get like a themed higher what's the phrase I'm looking for, like upscale meal, um, which is really cool. But yeah, there's a lot of good food in the area and I try to pack my lunch so that I don't just eat out every day.
for sure. There's this restaurant that I just walked by, just dropped flyers off. It's like where Urban Ash is on Main Street.
Uh-huh.
There's like a wings, there's like a New Orleans restaurant beneath it.
Oh yes, I've heard of that place. I've been meaning to try it out. Did you go in and eat there or did you just stop by?
I just stopped by and dropped flyers,
Mm.
but I promised the lady that I'll eat her wings because they smelled so good from the kitchen. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I could. I love me some wings. So yeah, awesome. But yeah, I will definitely go to those two places for some wings and like
Mhm.
and when you have me as a guest speaker in your classroom, we'll make sure it's a Wednesday so I can we can
Okay,
have
come
some.
come get fried chicken Wednesdays, of course.
But yeah, I'm so happy that you're an English teacher. I mean, like English was like my second language, and I was such a horrible English student that I took like ESL classes to make up for my English credits in school. But it worked out so good though. So I'm like, I didn't have to take 4 years of high school English. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, and then I became a journalist, which doesn't make any sense. I was just trying to get out of college.
I think it does make sense. I feel like sometimes English language learners end up being better at English than native English speakers because it's like when you take a foreign language class, you learn about those specific rules that are not necessarily taught to native speakers.
Mhm.
Um, so that doesn't surprise me. Um,
Oh,
and then you get to the analysis um, and interpretation part, and it just that's where English really gets fun as a subject. The writing
Yeah.
stuff, you know, boo.
Boo. Yeah. Like when I was a concert journalist in Los Angeles, I would just send my first drafts and just like publish them and like not even care.
As you should, as you should.
Yep. And for some reason, all the publicists loved it, and they're like, "Yeah, we want you to write about your clients." I'm like, "Well, I guess this formula works." My first draft just keep on going up. I mean, I proofread it, but but there's a science to English for some reason. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a first drafter too, which again surprisingly as an English major, I know about the writing process and drafting and revising, but I think maybe that's why I've become a first drafter because I just do all that stuff as a part of the first draft. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's something that I find a little bit difficult to teach now because I'm like, well, why wasn't it just right? Why didn't you just do it the right way?
Yep.
But I also teach them like, okay, as you're doing this, proofread, revise, edit, and then battling the machine that is generative AI, um, finding ways to navigate that has also been challenging but interesting.
Oh yeah. And I figure if it takes too much work, then it's no longer fun.
Right. I actually do
Yeah.
a lot of different, um, not to get technical now, but I do a lot of different methods of assessment in my classes. So generally, your English class, you say, okay, well, we're going to write this type of essay for this unit. And then your student writes the essay, turns it in, and you assess them based on the essay. But I think one that's so outdated, two, again, they're just using chat gpt to write their essays, so I've had to get creative because I want to make sure that I'm staying relevant in my field, and um, bringing in multimodal types of assessment. So instead of an essay, I'll have them do um, a TikTok video on this topic, or
Oh.
make a poster, or create a slideshow, or different things where they can show that they've understood the information that I'm trying to give them, or gotten down the concept and the critical thinking skill, or whatever other learning outcome I'm going for. I offer a lot of creative options too because my capstone was a creative capstone. Um, so I try to find different ways that students can show that they've the phrase that we use is gotten mastery of a topic than just your traditional, turn in an essay here.
Right. It's like, do you allow Wikipedia as one of your sources?
No.
Oh.
No. Unfortunately, your sources still need to come from reliable places. You've still got to use the databases. You've still got to look at the peer reviewed stuff. Um, or if you're looking at an article or something, it's got to come from a trustworthy and vetted journal or something. Um,
Mhm.
but no Wikipedia, no Reddit, no TikTok. You can turn your assignment in as a TikTok, but TikTok cannot be your source. Okay.
Right. That is so brilliant. I love the way that you incorporate like modern times with like classic stuff. It's Yep. I wouldn't have been that creative. I'm like, look, just don't use Chat GPT or Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I'm such a lazy teacher. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Now it makes sense why people use AI and Chat GPT and all that other stuff. It's like school's not easy. I remember like I cheated in science test one time in like fourth grade, and I had it. You know how like those desks are like, there's like the top of the desk, and there's like
Mhm.
and there's that, and then your stuff right in the middle.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Uh huh.
Yep. So I had like my cheat sheet, but I copied it word for word, and I'm like, you idiot! You're not supposed to copy it word for word.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't don't do that. If you're gonna cheat, do it smart way. Smart. Do it the smart way. There we go. You
Yep.
see how great I am at English? Glad people are paying me for this.
Indeed. Oh man, yeah, I'm such a horrible. I was such a horrible student, but it turned out okay. I think. Yeah. Yep. Oh man, were you a good student or a bad student?
I was an excellent student, of course. I was the teacher's pet all the time. I was the one who like would go hang out with my English teacher or my band teacher during my lunch, or skip class to go hang out with with one of my teachers that I liked. Um, Figure out ways I could help them in the classroom, you know. But I was, a lot of people said I was a lazy student because I was really, really smart. I mean, I still am really, really smart, but I also hated busy work. So if I didn't understand the point of doing something, I wouldn't do it. So I didn't do a
Mm.
lot of my homework. I didn't do a lot of my classwork. I would just like show up for test day, do really great on the test, and then mess around the rest of the time. And I didn't understand why people needed to study or like focus, because I was like, they already showed us how to do it. We know how to do it now. We can talk. But
Yeah.
so I had some issues with some teachers because they were like, I know you're so smart and I know that you can do this. So why don't you just do it? And I'm like, because I don't want to. What's the point of me doing it? I already know it. That was an issue, but you know, I turned out okay too. Look at me now.
Indeed. Man, it's great to like. Did they ever allow you to test out of these classes since you like you excelled so much?
I tested out of um, a couple of my college classes because I did AP in high school, but like usually it was like they would put you in like honors or advanced classes, so it was more challenging. Um, but when I graduated high school, I had um, I think I had my, of course, my two English, my first two college English credits. I had a history credit. Um, what else did I have? A math credit, and I did not have a science credit because I failed my AP bio class, and I also
Oh.
failed AP calculus. And calculus was the only class I've ever actually tried at and still couldn't do. So I hate math for the rest of my life because of it. But other than
Oh,
that, I was all right.
oh man, you and I both hate math and science. It's like, and I noticed like the people that are great at English and journalism and stuff suck at math
Hmm.
and science.
Hmm.
It's and vice versa.
Hmm.
It's yep, and
It's two
I
different sides of your brain.
yeah, and that's why I chose like math comm as my major because there was hardly any math and science,
Hmm.
and like when I struggled, I did test out of it by taking like that like you can test out of math classes in college, like with those like when you before you go study in college you get those scores or whatever, and so like I kept on like failing out of just basic college algebra, and I was so mad, like 'cause I'm an idiot. And so I just so whatever the teacher taught me at the same time I took that trying to test out of it like every single time, and then it worked. I was like, oh, this is like this cheat code.
Oh, see,
So
that's smart. They when I went to college, they were like, "Oh, you took AP Calc. We'll put you in this high level college math class as your next math credit." And I was like, "Yes, but I failed AP Calc."
mhm.
And so they kept putting me in like college, what like statistics or something and trig, and I was like, I don't want to do these. And so
Yeah.
finally, and I kept failing those too. So finally, when I transferred to Cookman, I still needed a math credit, and I was like, put me in the lowest level of math that you can put me in without, well, with it still applying to my credits. And so I did. I ended up taking like math math 101. Just the most basic math that I had probably done in like eighth grade or something. And finally got the credit, barely, because I didn't ever go. Because again, if I didn't want to, I was like, why do I need to be here? This is math. I hate it. But I passed, thankfully. Um,
Gosh,
and finally got that math out of the way. And then I never had to do another math or science class again. And it was great.
it feels so good. Yep. Yeah, I took the scenic route in college, so I spent like 7 years for a bachelor's degree.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I dropped out of college at one point and then went back. So we all have our different journeys.
Yeah. Well, at least you went out on your own terms. I got like academic probation, then suspension from a community
Mm.
college,
Oh.
and then I transferred to a university, so my parents wouldn't find out.
It's the most roundabout, sneaky way of trying to hide something from your parents.
Yeah,
No, look,
and
I'm in a
like,
university now.
I'm just glad they didn't ask for an associate. So I'm like, I don't have one of those.
Oh, that's
Uh,
great.
yep. And like my dad paid for like my schooling because like when I was a kid, like he wouldn't pay me to work for him. Like I
Mhm.
was like I started my working when I was 9, and so he would just like wouldn't pay me, and I was like, well, how about we just pay for your college instead? I'm like, okay, that'll work. So it worked out pretty good.
Good deal. That's a good deal.
Yep. And now like since he paid for my degree, it's like in the dining room area. It's not even anywhere near me. It's like you wanted it. Here you go.
Yeah, here you go. Have it.
Yep. But man, but sadly, like some of those degrees that we get, they don't pay as much like in the career fields.
Yeah, yeah. Especially I think in the arts, it's hard because everyone puts all the value and the money into like STEM. Um, but I don't know. I think there will be a re-renaissance at some point where people start to value the or start to see the value in the arts again. And I don't know. I think an English degree is extremely marketable, but people don't really understand these days because they're trying to just go into the tech because that's where all the money is. But
Hmm.
then you're like confined to this one thing forever, as opposed to having something that teaches you more broad uses of your brain and skills, which I think is like what the arts kind of does.
Yep. And even though like like my job as a journalist didn't pay much, it was like $80 a year. I know. And sometimes they didn't forgot to pay me.
Oh gosh,
I know it's horrible. But then like I got all the free concerts I ever wanted though, so that was nice.
that's nice.
Yep. But it just I ended up spending more on merch than I did on tickets anyways. So it was just uh but I have all these pictures though from like on this like external hard drive. And I'm like, what if I sold those pictures? I could be banking right now.
Oh yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, they gave us like there's a photo pit that we got to walk in between the artist and the audience. And we took pictures of the first 3 songs and they kicked us out. But I got some really good shots of like Deftones and stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be good. You gotta find the hustle somehow.
Oh yeah. And then I became a comedian and we just get paid in chicken tenders after that.
Chicken tenders and bar tabs.
Yep, and chicken wings from Bethune Grill.
Um, so good. They're so good.
Hmm.
How are they so good?
I have no idea, but they are delicious.
I
Yeah, I
would
went for
take
the
it
first time,
currency.
and hmm I think that I had like the banana pudding too over there.
Oh, I don't even think I've ever had anything at Bethune Grill other than the wings.
Try the desserts; they're really good.
I bet
Mm.
so.
Oh man, it's making me want to get some wings. You know what also has like really good wings is like that Daytona Pizza Company. I guess it's called. It's on Seabreeze.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever been there. I'll have
They
to.
used to have a mic there. Like Jack Napier ran it, and then they
Mhm.
just stopped because we were so gross.
That tracks.
Yeah. But man, their wings are so good because they like it's a big like a fire oven, and they like smoke the wings.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so tasty.
yeah.
Yeah. But if you ever know any more wing spots, you let me know because I love me some wings.
Yes, of course. I think that is one thing that we do kind of have here is like good food.
Hmm.
There's some good food around here. Merck's in New Smyrna has really good wings.
Oh, those Frankenstein wings.
Yes, grilled and retossed.
Hmm.
All day, every day.
Hmm. Yep. I didn't know about Mercs until like my friend Max from Madcap's Comedy Club told me about it, and then I just went there for like the Frankenstein wings.
Yeah.
Hmm. And let's see, and yeah, like oh, you know Jenny Nazak, right?
I think so. Yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Yep, she goes to the Nog. She used to go to the Nog when it was open, but she was like, "Yes, Russ, have you ever heard of Black Bike Week?" And I'm like, "No, is there different bike?"
Oh, uh-huh.
And then she just took us out there. Me and C Dillard, we just went, the two of us, and they thought it was black there, so I blended in pretty good.
Close enough. Close enough.
It's like,
Yeah, down on
this
the
light
app.
skin, yeah, like this light skinned Drake is here. He's that's a nickname some comic in Jacksonville gave me, was a light skinned Drake.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't like the well. I don't want to be compared to that guy after what
Yeah.
Kendrick said. But but the food there is amazing. Like the
Hmm.
mac and cheese, I'm like, good lord, where have
Yeah.
you been all my life? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't go to the regular Daytona Bike Weeks because I'm intimidated, and scared.
Mhm.
But that, like when I found like all the comfort food and the comfort, it was just like I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
There
It's
needs to
cool.
be an Asian Bike Week. Imagine an Asian Bike Week.
No, there does not, because can you imagine? I would lose my mind, Sareth. You would never see me again. I would disappear on the back of somebody's. Can you imagine if you go and there's like a 6'1" Asian biker, probably tattoos? I don't even care. He could be 5'4" Asian biker with tattoos. I'm gonna get on his bike and I'm gonna disappear into the sunset. And then
I
multiply that times however many hundreds of people would come to a bike. No, no, that's a terrible idea for me. I have responsibilities.
I totally forgot you have a thing for Asians.
I love Asians, and I hate to say it because I'm like I don't want to fetishize their community because I know what it's like to be fetishized. But if I'm gonna bark for anybody, it's gonna be an Asian man.
You can be a menace to my society and eat.
You need to take me to your Asian Bike Week since you got to see Black Bike Week. Now we need to find the Asian Bike Week.
Yes, imagine them on like bicycles instead of like motorcycles.
They're all just pedaling with their backpacks late for class.
It's like, is this what you want? There's dumplings and dim sum over there if you want.
Oh man.
But yeah, I totally forgot you kept on showing these K-pop stuff and like talking all this.
Hmm.
What else?
Hmm. Ever
Oh,
since
imagine
I
all the
was,
mopeds and stuff and the tuk
oh,
tuks. That'd be a lot of them.
heavy breathing, I can't take it.
Oh goodness,
Oh
goodness,
my
goodness,
gosh.
man. So I'm really excited. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I'm so thankful that you're gonna be on the last Sareth Fest,
Of
and
course.
telling a
I'm grateful
story.
for you asking. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Punk Rock Pizza is so supportive, and oh, I can't wait. And I really do storytelling events because like everyone's so good. It's intimidating. I'm like, we're just gonna put a bunch of amateur storytellers on stage, and
There we go. Joke's on you. I have a degree in storytelling. Boom.
yeah, absolutely awesome. Do you have any shows coming up besides Sareth Fest?
Only you. Only you. I joke, I say there's three people who can get me out of retirement, and you're one of them. And so
Who
for you,
who are
I
the other
will.
who are the others? I'm so curious.
Oh, Zach Bennett, of course, and Scott
Uh,
Harrell. You know, my three comedy dads.
Aw, well,
my,
thank you. I'm like
my
your
three public appearance father figures. My daddies.
your three amigos,
Hmm.
or your three the amigos.
Rip, rip the
Rip.
Migos. Oh.
Oh goodness, but yeah, for me, I have too many shows to name. I mean, just one storytelling show, so it'll be at Punk Rock Pizza. If this was
Hmm.
like a real like my other comedy podcast or live stream, I'd mention all my stand up appearances. But
Hmm.
yep, my I can't remember which date we were on. That's how crazy life
Mean
has
Girls
been.
Day, October 3rd. Mean Girls Day.
Oh, October 3rd. Get a burn book.
Yeah, and also Full Metal Alchemist Day.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Okay, we're gonna have a watch party.
Oh, sounds good.
Only one of the best anime of all time.
Wow. My friend says that Attack on Titan's his favorite.
Oh, that one's so good too. Oh,
Really?
so good.
But there's
Yeah.
so many episodes. Like I can't sit through all of them.
You can. You can do it. I
Just,
believe in you.
just give me a movie or something with the
No, because then
cliff
you
notes.
you miss all the lore and the you got to get all. It's fine. We'll work on it.
Oh, we'll work on it. All right. All right, Rika. So shout out to any shout outs you want to give out there?
Oh, shout out to the fans and the homies. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to you, of course, for having me and asking me to do this. Shout out to the other performers. Shout out to my mom because I love her, and to my kids because I love them. And Shakespeare, I don't know.
Oh, fancy. Shout out to the friends and the family and all that stuff. And
Yes, all those
Rika.
other important people who support me and, love.
Yeah.
I don't know. You always make me feel so official because, I just get drunk and say funny things sometimes. And you're like, have a bio and a website and a headshot. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like legit. So I never know what to do or say.
Well, I'll help you. Like PR was one of my like classes I had to take in marketing, and so it's just built in. Like there's like a part of me that's done everything in my mass comm degree, even though they said what really irked me was like like we had senior seminar, and so like we had like it was like before we graduate, and we had a panel that came to our entire class, and they said, you know what, if you're in this for the money, this is not the degree for you. And I'm like, now you tell us when we have like one semester left. I was like, you bastards. And you got to do it because you love it, and then everything just like fell into place. But I'm not even mad. Just give me my degree so I can get out of here. Yep. And for me, shout outs to all my friends and family, all the performers on Sareth Fest, Punk Rock Pizza, world's most famous, all the venues back home in Colorado, K Nails and Spa, Quan's Kitchen, Chico, and Kyle Longford's photography. He's gonna be taking photos of all of us, so it's gonna be a fun time. And but yeah, I think that's about all my shout outs. So check Rika's Instagram. It's in the description box below. My link tree's in the description box below for all my shows and website and funny stand up videos. I think that's about it, really.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Well,
Awesome,
thank
Rika.
you
Thank you so much.
again.
You're welcome. I can't wait to be one of your guest speakers so we can have some wings on that fine Wednesday.
Sounds great to me.
You just tell me when and I'll be there. Awesome, Rika. Thank you, pal. And for everyone else for the Stand Speakeasy Storytelling Edition, we will see you all soon. Be well, take